From the parched fields of Moab, a whisper of hope emerges, a tale of love, loyalty, and redemption, etched in the heart of the Hebrew Bible. This is the story of Ruth. In the tumultuous era of the Judges, when Israel faltered in its faith, a famine gripped the land. Elimelech, a man of Bethlehem, sought refuge in the fertile plains of Moab, accompanied by his wife Naomi, and their two sons, Mahlon and Chilion. Little did they know, this journey would forever alter the course of their lives. Moab, a land east of the Dead Sea, offered temporary respite from the famine's harsh grip, but solace soon turned to sorrow. Elimelech, the patriarch, succumbed to the trials of life, leaving Naomi a widow in a foreign land. Her sons, Mahlon and Chilion, found wives among the Moabite women. Mahlon married Ruth, and Chilion wed Orpah. For a decade, they lived in Moab, seemingly integrated into its society. But fate, as it often does, had other plans. Tragedy struck again. Mahlon and Chilion, Naomi's remaining pillars of support, also perished. Naomi was left desolate, a woman stripped of her husband, her sons, and her hope in a foreign land. Bereft and yearning for her homeland, Naomi resolved to return to Bethlehem. She prepared for the arduous journey, her heart heavy with grief and uncertainty. As she prepared to leave, Naomi addressed her daughters-in-law, Orpah and Ruth. "Go back, each of you, to your mother's home," she urged. "May the Lord show you kindness, as you have shown kindness to me and to those who have died." Naomi kissed them goodbye, her heart aching at the prospect of their separation. Orpah, torn between loyalty and the familiar comforts of her homeland, reluctantly agreed to return to her family. But Ruth stood firm, her eyes filled with unwavering devotion. "Don't urge me to leave you or to turn back from you," she pleaded. "Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God my God." Ruth's words, a testament to her unwavering loyalty, echoed through the ages. "Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it ever so severely, if even death separates you and me." Naomi, witnessing Ruth's steadfast commitment, ceased her urging. Together, the two widows embarked on the long and arduous journey back to Bethlehem. Their arrival in Bethlehem stirred the town. The women of Bethlehem gathered around Naomi, exclaiming, "Can this be Naomi?" Naomi, her heart burdened by sorrow, responded, "Don't call me Naomi, call me Mara, because the Almighty has made my life very bitter. I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty. Why call me Naomi? The Lord has afflicted me. The Almighty has brought misfortune upon me." Naomi and Ruth arrived in Bethlehem at the beginning of the barley harvest. Ruth, ever mindful of Naomi's needs, sought a way to provide for them. "Let me go to the fields and pick up the leftover grain behind anyone in whose eyes I find favor," she requested of Naomi. Naomi granted her permission, and Ruth set out to glean in the fields. As fate would have it, Ruth found herself working in the field belonging to Boaz, a wealthy and influential man from the clan of Elimelech, Naomi's late husband. Boaz, observing Ruth's diligence and humility, inquired about her. His foreman informed him that she was the Moabite woman who had returned with Naomi from Moab. Boaz approached Ruth and extended his kindness. "My daughter," he said, "listen to me. Don't go and glean in another field, and don't go away from here. Stay here with my female servants." He instructed her to follow the women as they harvested and to drink from the water jars the men had filled. Boaz also commanded his men not to harass her. Ruth, overwhelmed by Boaz's generosity, bowed down to the ground and asked, "Why have I found such favor in your eyes that you notice me, a foreigner?" Boaz replied, "I've been told all about what you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband, how you left your father and mother and your homeland, and came to live with a people you did not know before." He continued, "May the Lord repay you for what you have done. May you be richly rewarded by the Lord, the God of Israel. under whose wings you have come to take refuge." Ruth, comforted by Boaz's words, continued to glean in his field. At lunchtime, Boaz invited her to eat with him and his workers. He offered her roasted grain, and she ate her fill and had some left over. As Ruth gleaned in the field, Boaz instructed his men to let her gather grain even among the sheaves, and not to rebuke her. He even told them to pull out some grain from the bundles and leave it for her to pick up, so she would have enough. Ruth gleaned in the field until evening, and then she threshed the barley she had gathered. She carried it back to Bethlehem and showed Naomi what she had gleaned. Ruth also gave her the food she had left over from lunch. Naomi, recognizing Boaz's kindness, inquired, "Where did you glean today? Where did you work? May the man who took notice of you be blessed." Ruth told Naomi about Boaz and the field where she had worked. Naomi exclaimed, "The Lord bless him. He has not stopped showing his kindness to the living and the dead." Naomi explained to Ruth that Boaz was a close relative, one of their kinsman redeemers. A kinsman redeemer had the responsibility to redeem or buy back property that had been sold by a relative in need. He could also marry a widow to continue the family line. Naomi advised Ruth to follow Boaz's instructions and continue to glean in his fields with his female servants. Ruth obeyed Naomi and gleaned in Boaz's field until the end of the barley and wheat harvests. As the harvest season drew to a close, Naomi devised a plan to secure a home for Ruth. She instructed Ruth to wash herself, put on perfume, and dress in her finest clothes. "Go down to the threshing floor," Naomi instructed, "but don't let him know you are there until he has finished eating and drinking. When he lies down, note the place where he is lying. Then go and uncover his feet and lie down. He will tell you what to do." Ruth followed Naomi's instructions meticulously. She went down to the threshing floor, waited until Boaz had finished eating and drinking, and then quietly approached him as he slept. She uncovered his feet and lay down. In the middle of the night, Boaz awoke with a start and was surprised to find a woman lying at his feet. "Who are you?" he asked. "I am your servant Ruth," she replied. "Spread the corner of your garment over me, since you are a kinsman redeemer." Boaz, deeply moved by Ruth's request, responded, "The Lord bless you, my daughter. This kindness is greater than that which you showed earlier. You have not run after the younger men, whether rich or poor." He continued, "And now, my daughter, don't be afraid. I will do for you all you ask. All the people of my town know that you are a woman of noble character." Boaz explained that while he was indeed a kinsman redeemer, there was another relative who was closer in line. He vowed to fulfill this duty if the other relative declined. Boaz instructed Ruth to stay at the threshing floor until morning. Before dawn, he filled her cloak with a generous amount of barley and sent her back to Naomi. Ruth returned to Naomi and recounted all that had happened. Naomi, confident in Boaz's integrity, assured Ruth that he would resolve the matter without delay. Boaz, true to his word, went to the town gate and waited for the other kinsman redeemer to pass by. He summoned him and presented the opportunity to redeem the land that had belonged to Elimelech. The other kinsman redeemer agreed to redeem the land. However, Boaz then informed him that if he redeemed the land, he would also have to marry Ruth, the Moabite widow, to continue the family line. The other kinsman redeemer, unwilling to jeopardize his own inheritance, declined to redeem the land. Boaz then declared before the elders and all the people, "Today I have bought from Naomi all the property of Elimelech, Chilion, and Mahlon." He continued, "I have also acquired Ruth the Moabite, Mahlon's widow, as my wife, in order to maintain the name of the dead with his property, so that his name will not disappear from among his family or from the town records. Today you are witnesses." The elders and all the people at the gate responded, "We are witnesses. May the Lord make the woman who is coming into your home like Rachel and Leah, who together built up the house of Israel. May you have standing in Ephrathah and be famous in Bethlehem." Boaz took Ruth as his wife, and the Lord enabled her to conceive, and she gave birth to a son. The women said to Naomi, "Praise be to the Lord, who this day has not left you without a kinsman redeemer. May he become famous throughout Israel." They continued, "He will renew your life and sustain you in your old age. For your daughter-in-law, who loves you and who is better to you than 7 sons, has given birth to him." Naomi took the child in her arms and cared for him. The women living there said, "Naomi has a son," and they named him Od. He was the father of Jesse, the father of David. Thus, Ruth, the Moabite woman, became an integral part of the lineage of King David and ultimately of Jesus Christ. Her story stands as a testament to the power of loyalty, love, and redemption. Ruth's journey from Moab to Bethlehem, from widowhood to motherhood, is a powerful reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope can blossom. Her unwavering loyalty to Naomi, her willingness to embrace a new culture and faith, and her humble spirit paved the way for her inclusion in the lineage of the Messiah. The story of Ruth is not just a historical account. It is a timeless narrative that resonates with people of all backgrounds and beliefs. It speaks to the universal human desire for love, belonging, and purpose. It reminds us that even when we feel lost and alone, there is always hope for a brighter future. Just as Ruth found redemption in Bethlehem, we too can find solace and renewal in the embrace of faith and community. Are you inspired by Ruth's unwavering loyalty and faith? Share this video to spread her timeless message of hope and redemption. Subscribe for more inspiring stories from the Bible.